Hi, welcome. Let's take a look at 10 excellent YouTube stand-up comedy specials that are up on the platform that you may not know about. Some real masterpieces with a lot of laughs. 10 of them. No, 10 of them. Before we do, please subscribe and like and comment and share, whatever. You know the drill. We all need a little help. Number one, I love this special. I love this comic. Her name is Carmen Lynch. She's a New York comic. Her special is Queef Week. And she did this one in English and Spanish to make everybody else look stupid. And she was on Stand Up World, my podcast. If you want to hear me make an idiot of myself with her, here's the link. Her special, though, is up on Mark Norman's YouTube channel. And here's a little peek from it.
My boyfriend has a son who's 14 who hates me. It's so fun. I just want him to like me. I'm so immature. But he doesn't even look at me. He doesn't even call me by my name. He calls me, "Where's my dad?" And I do so many nice things for him. I buy him Captain Crunch cereal. I mean, I know he's not 5, but cereal's expensive. And I play basketball with him, even if I suck. That's nice. Now I'm trying to get him into a boarding school overseas. I heard it's really good for kids to leave the country permanently. He's great. I'm trying to bond with him. The only time he talks to me is when we play Fortnite. It's a great video game, but I suck. You find guns and you shoot people and you hide. I can't find anyone, so I just hide. I hide and he finds me. And he shoots me. And he laughs. And I let him do it because I want to be a good mom. But after a while, I get sick of it. He shoots me like 5 times and he laughs in my face. So one time I just looked at him and I go, "I'm fucking your dad." And he got upset, so I won. He lives with his mother, but he comes over uninvited. I mean, unannounced. He's always invited. Come over more, come more, just live with us. He comes over and my boyfriend's like, "He's coming over in 5 minutes. Can you please put some pants on? Because I'm never dressed appropriately for a child to come over." He's like, "Hurry up and put some pants on." And I'm like, ugh, now I gotta go find pants. So I can't wait till he's 18 so I don't have to put pants on anymore.
Number 2 is my buddy Fahim Anwar's special, House Money. It's his new special. He also is on my podcast. There's a link below. If you want to hear me sound like even more of an idiot than I did with Carmen. And here's a clip from this great special on Fahim's channel, House Money.
If I can tell I'm getting ghosted, this is a new thing I'll do. I'll wait a while, I'll wait a few months. Like 3-4 months, really let the ghost marinate. And then I'll send this text. I'll go, "Hey, I'm going to the Taylor Swift concert. I have an extra ticket. Let me know if you're available." And then they become alive suddenly. They come out of the woodwork like, "Oh, hey, sorry, I've been slammed with work. But yeah, I looked at my calendar and I'm free that day. I would love to go." And then I don't respond. You don't ghost me, I ghost you! I do the ghosting! Just lose my mind for no reason. So I'm on a bunch of apps, I'm on all of them. I'm on Hinge, I'm on Bumble, I'm on Grindr. Just hot chicks hang out with gay guys and I try to use them for information. I'm like, "Oh, you'll tell me where the hot chicks are, right?" We've been doing this 3 months. You still haven't told me where the hot chicks are. I feel like you're taking advantage of me. This is the last time. I'm not gonna keep on coming over until... I feel like you're not serious. I'm not gonna get tricked again. So you see a lot of profiles. I see a lot of profiles on the apps, you know. I think it's harder being a guy on the apps than being a girl, because half the time we're trying to figure out what's real and what's not. There's a lot of mirages on there as a guy. But when you're a girl on there, what you see is what you get, pretty much, you know? Like, if a guy's bald, he's just bald in the photo. Like, hey, I'm Craig, this is what I look like. You wanna go out sometime? This is me. He's not being coy, you know? He's not doing this in 8 different photos. He's not wearing a fedora and backlit. Like, am I bald? Am I not? You'll have to waste a Sunday to find out. But if it's a bigger girl, she's behind a tree in every photo.
Number 3 is JB Ball, a serious star on the rise. He's on 800 Pound Gorilla, one of the best stand-up sites on YouTube. This guy has it all. JB Ball. Check it out. The link, as all of them are below. And here's a clip of JB Ball.
Anytime I see somebody get offended at the concept of white privilege, I don't understand why they're upset, because it's not an attack. And I think it keeps getting mistaken for an attack. And I don't think people understand what it is, right? By definition, privilege is just when the world allows you to do something specific, easier than someone else. Doesn't mean it was easy. It's just easier for you than someone else. That's it. By that definition, we literally all have privilege. You understand what I'm saying? We just have different privileges. So that's why I don't see why it's something worth arguing if someone brings yours up, because we all get our turns for it to be our thing. So you can't be like, it doesn't exist. Of course it exists. You don't think there's black privilege? Dog, I love black privilege. Did you know I could go to any white wedding I want? I can go to any white wedding I want. Hop right on the dance floor, start doing whatever dance moves I want to do. Everybody at the party's got to be like, he's good. That's black privilege, man. Doesn't matter what I do, they think I'm good. Let's take black people out of it, right? Take them out of the equation. Let's give another example. Let's say hypothetically, we're watching the National Spelling Bee. There's only 2 kids left. There's a white kid, and there's an Indian kid. Be honest with yourself. Your life's on the line. Who you putting your money on? That's Indian privilege. You feel me? Let's say hypothetically after this, we go out to drink. We're having a great time. We're partying, we're being merry, we're getting to know each other. 2 random women just start making out of nowhere. Oh, they are fun. Then 2 random guys start making out of nowhere. Oh, they are gay. That's female privilege. Do you understand the point I'm trying to make? I'm saying privilege exists in every direction. And the only thing I'm trying to add to this conversation is if you just stop getting defensive when yours gets brought up and you start being willing to have a sense of humor about yourself, you would start to notice how funny all of this can be. And isn't the world better with people who are willing to have a sense of humor about themselves? So just be those people. That's all I'm trying to say. You feel me? Thanks, man. Can I give you an example of white privilege that makes me laugh? I love you. It's not an attack. But let's see how you do. I think white people are the only race of people that like to be scared for fun. Like, you feel me? Not an attack. Doesn't make you bad. Makes you interesting. But not bad, but bungee jumping, skydiving, swimming with sharks, these are torture tactics. Some of you pay for them. That's a curveball. I just think white people get to have a different relationship with fear. Doesn't make anyone bad. I just think it's an interesting observation. White people can have a different relationship with fear. Like, I think white people are the only people you could walk up to and just be like, hey, you want to do something scary today? And y'all won't just outright say no. You feel me? You'll be like, well, what do you got in mind? You feel me? But like, you go to anybody of another race, they're like, fuck no. But like, white people have follow-up questions sometimes. They're like, well, what are you thinking? Okay. Look at roller coasters, right? Theme park owners know white people love being scared so much, you'll pay for a picture of your own face terrified. That's their business model. That's how reliable it is. They were like, yeah, that's where we're gonna get the rest of the money. I've been in so many white homes and seen a framed picture of the entire family terrified. Why? Why is that even a thing? I haven't been in one black family's home and seen a picture of 4 black people absolutely terrified. And they're like, yeah, that's the time I got stuck up at gunpoint, right there. That's us. This is where I tried to sell my kids for my own life. So wild to me, man.
Number 4, this guy is a legend. Just ask him. He really is, though. He's funny as hell, has about 1,100 podcasts, has been in that many sitcoms, and sells more merchandise than the Home Shopping Network combined. He's just that good, and he's that smart. He's Brian Callen, and the special is Man Tears. And if you haven't seen it, here's a taste.
The man drag is back. A bitch slapped the whack. My lungs are iron, spitting fire on the track.
Please welcome to the stage, Brian Callen! This is amazing. Brea, God, what a wild place, huh? You know what I mean? What do you say about Brea? Like, Miami's like, you know, and Brea's like, we drive the speed limit, motherfucker, you know? Yeah. Oh. I have 2 stools. Night keeps getting better. 2 stools. I could strike it, but I'm not gonna. I'll be the first special with 2 fucking stools in case I gotta tame 2 lions at the same time. So I'm getting older, you guys. I'm crazy. I'm 30. I know. I moved that way, but I'm 55. Oh my God. Like, you know what I knew I was getting old was when I lost my angle. You know how I was taking a selfie. You know you always have a good angle where you're like, that's it every time. No matter what, bang, you know? And you get older and you're like, wow, I'm not. Damn it, you know, like, I don't know. You get my buddies in my age and he's on a dating app. You can't pose. When you're in your 50s, dude, don't try to be sexy. You can't, it's a bummer. You can't like, right? You can't twist. You can't lean against a pole and look lost. Right? You just gotta, I told him, I go, bro, just take big, just hold cash. Here's the thing about being in your 50s, future's here. Like, this is the future. Like, you cannot have a vision board when you're, because nobody gives a shit who you want to be at 60. Right? It's not gonna get better. It's not, it's so funny. I was thinking about this, I was on the beach. That's the other thing, I was at the beach in Miami, and just as a grown man, in your 50s, you can't even be neutral. You can't just stand and in public because you look like you're just. I was on the beach and I realized I was the dude in his 50s in just shorts and everybody was so beautiful and I was like, right? You're just already guilty. And then I tried to smile to not look threatening. Look at how. Watch this. But this was a weird thing. Speaking of being a dude or whatever and being in your family. But I saw a man, I saw the best looking guy I've ever seen in my life recently. I was at the beach. I'm a straight man, but this guy I've never seen anybody that good looking in my, I guess he identified as black, but he was like a golden caramel, You know those, you don't know where they're from, right? They're just, you ask them where they're from, they're like, I'm from the mountains, right? It's just like, what do you do? I dance, what the fuck? And I couldn't take my eyes off him. The guy gets out. The only way to describe his body, he had, you have to make sound effects. It just,
Number 5, Liz Millie. This is a fun one. New Yorker, very talented. Here's a peek.
It's relatable. Me and Chris lived in this apartment building for 10 years. We lived on the first floor. We never had a reason to go. We never went to the second floor. There was no reason to go to the second floor. So I can only tell you what I think my neighbors were doing. So what it sounded like every night between 2 and 5 a.m. is that they would pick up all their furniture and they'd be like, oh my God, this is so heavy, and they drop it. And then be like, well, you're never gonna get swole, you're never gonna make gains if you don't try. So they pick it all back up again, and they'd be like, nah, it's still heavy, and they drop it. And then they had a bunch of kids they hated, and they throw them against the wall, and they would scream, cry as they slid. What the fuck was going on? It was the craziest sounds for 10 years. And then finally, I moved to this new apartment building, and it's serene. It's quiet. I mean, there's still cars in the front. Yeah, you could still hear traffic, but the back, where my bedroom is, it's overlooking my neighbor's garden. There's birds. Did you know we have birds in New York City? I mean, maybe it's a rat with wings. It doesn't matter. That's technically a bird. Dude, every morning, me and my cat open up the window. I was like, is that a cricket? We should Google this. Nature is healing. This is crazy. It was awesome. Until about 2 weeks ago, I was woken up super early in the morning to loud rhythmic screeching above my bed. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I stay in a lot of hotels. You know what I'm talking about, right? So I was like, oh, I know that neighbor. Eric got a girlfriend. Good for him, all right? But then it went on for an hour. It went on so long that I was like, ooh, Eric. I didn't know. I'm blushing at the mailboxes. I was like, I didn't know. But then the next day, same time for an hour. And then the next day, same time for an hour. And then the next day, same time for an hour. And finally, I was like, it's gotta be like a bike, right? It's gotta be like an elliptical, a bike. It's gotta be some kind of machinery. So like I said, I know Eric. He's super nice. I'm nice. I have his email. I mean, I recorded it because I'm that bitch. But still, I'm gonna write a nice email. So I was like, hey, Eric. I don't know if you got a bike or a girlfriend, whatever you're writing. But this is what I'm hearing every morning. Do you think you could put a rug under your girlfriend? Yeah, he wrote back. It's an elliptical they do sex stuff on. So, yeah, I just asked if I could borrow it. It's called Community, guys. Wipe down your machines. You don't know what people are doing. Yo, things are getting crazy at Peloton. They are not doing well.
Okay, 5 more to go. Again, please subscribe and comment on what you like and what you'd like to see spotlighted. All these specials, they're out there, and they all could use any type of little support or, feedback or noise they can get. So, number 6 from the very hot David Lucas, uncancelable. He's a joker, a roaster, and he's on fire thanks to Tony Hinchcliffe and Kill Tony. Let's listen to a clip. Dave Lucas.
Can you believe fat girls say no now? It's like, no. Bitch, have you seen you? You are 392. No should not be in your vocabulary. I bet if I put ketchup on my dick, you'll suck it, bitch. Put some fucking grilled onions around it, you'll get to work, huh, bitch? I don't even know how Lizzo became the spokesperson for fat bitches. Because she is the worst type of fat bitch. She a fat bitch with no titties. That's the only reason I fuck with fat hoes, for them big sausage patty areolas, nigga. You know what I'm saying, bro? I love heavy titties, man. I do. Like, sometimes I put heavy titties on my arm like I'm waiting for an owl to land. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at these big ass titties. Bitch, this don't make no sense. Big ass titties. Lizzo sucks, man. She ain't that cute. She alright, you know what I'm saying? Her body funny. Lizzo booty look like she been sitting on a hibachi grill. It's like, bitch, I need some garlic butter and noodles for this ass. Moving to Texas has made me racist as fuck. I swear. But I'm racist because of my grandfather. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was racist as shit even though he was black, because he only knew 3 ethnic groups. He knew black, white, and Chinese. And anything other than that was Chinese. You know what I'm saying? It could be a room full of Mexicans. He'll look at all these Chinese motherfuckers. I'm like, Rede, those are Hispanics. He's like, I know they're eating egg rolls and shit. I'm like, those are burritos, nigga. Like, I the more money I get, the more racist I get. That's the crazy part about making money, nigga. As soon as I moved to Texas, nigga, I was like, man, I'm about to move to an all-white neighborhood. And my second day being in my all-white neighborhood, my neighbor, she called the cops on me for walking my dog. And when the police came, they were like, we are so sorry, we apologize. And I'm like, nah, man, that bitch did a good job. Keep calling the cops on niggas that look like me, bitch. We got to keep this neighborhood safe, ho.
Number 7, my good pal Dan Soder. He just put this up not long ago. It's already got like 1.8 million or something views. He's a monster. You also know him from Billions. He also came on my podcast, Stand Up World, and I know for a fact that he regrets it. If you haven't seen it, you need to see this special, On the Road, Dan Soder.
I hated my mom's boyfriend, man. He was so mean. He'd get drunk. He'd call me stupid because I'd speak incorrectly. He'd be like, you're a fucking idiot. You're going to grow up to pump gas. That's what he'd always say. You're going to pump gas. You're like, yeah, Joe, like 2 states do that. Learn your insults. Who's the idiot? And I couldn't. Here's the thing. He never hit me. He never fucked me. Sorry, made love. I didn't have a case on him. Verbal abuse wasn't a thing in the 90s. I couldn't go to my guidance counselor at school and be like, I have a problem at home with my mom's boyfriend. And they'd be like, what's going on? Does he touch you? Does he hit you? You're like, he just kind of owns my ass at dinner every night. It's just like a mean roast every night. Now, he did something worse than hitting me or touching me. He joined a 50 and over swim league. Masters. That means Speedos. These are men over 50 swimming competitively. So every Saturday morning in the winter, they'd wake me up out of my warm bed, and I'd have to go sit in an indoor pool, fully clothed. I hope none of you know that hell. The smell of chlorine, and you're just sweating in your pullover starter jacket. Then you got to watch a guy that hates your dad and is currently fucking your mom, you gotta watch him just cut through the water like a dolphin. To this day, best swimmer I've ever seen with my own eyes. It was insane. First time I watched him swim, it took my breath away. First time I watched him swim, I was like, well, I won't be fighting him in the water. I gotta take this guy out on the land or in the air. Do you know how bad it hurts to have someone talk shit to you and then put on swim goggles? He's like, yeah, your dad's a fucking loser, and that pool's wetter than your mom. All right. I hate you, Joe. I hope you're drowned. I'm such a people pleaser. I tried to get him to like me my whole life, and I hated him. That's what sucks. If you're a people pleaser, it's one of the worst things because you oftentimes try to get people to like you that you don't even like. And it sticks with you your whole life. I think every American is afraid of being in a mass shooting. I'm specifically afraid of being the guy that accidentally lets the shooter into the building. All it would take is a guy going, hey, door's locked. That's it. I'd be like, oh, I got you. Yeah. 5 minutes later, it's like, I'm like, I'm sorry! I thought he worked here!
The great Dave Nihill. It's on his channel, and boy, is this guy great. He's prolific, intelligent, and on top of it, he's Irish, which is like batting with a weight on. This is from his special Cultural Appreciation, David Nihill.
Next.
Hey, how's it going?
Passport. Oh, you're Irish?
Yeah.
I'm Irish myself.
All right.
My great-grandfather's dog, Sparky O'Houlihan, came over on a boat 200 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah. It says you're a comedian.
Yeah, sometimes.
You're not gonna make jokes about America, are you?
No, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, not my country. Well, welcome to America, my Irish brother.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. I am indeed from Dublin, Ireland, but I live in America now, so I identify as Latino. I had to start doing that to get through your automated customer service lines. Because the other options are no good, are they? Like, the minute you call up, they're like, thank you for calling. For English, press 1. I was like, I don't want to be English. My people have been avoiding that option for about 800 years now. What else have you got? You just keep listening, it gets immediately better, because they'll be like, para español, marca dos. I said, I'm in here, and now these are my new people. Yeah, that's the beauty of this identify as whatever you feel like culture that we have at the moment. No one can even get mad about that, but I didn't want to shock my parents too much, because they don't know they raised a Latino. Yeah, so it is at least logical. Irish people, Latinos, already emotionally connected. We both like drinking, dancing, fighting, mostly work in construction. We are primarily Catholic, we love soccer, speak a whole other language, and have problems with immigration. We're already one people. But it makes my life a bit confusing now because I'm Irish, I'm sarcastically Latino, and I live in America, so I have white privilege. Yeah, I never had that in Ireland, so I'm quietly confident I caught it here. I know, and that's kind of ironic if you know your history, because you remember the Irish people when we first got here, we didn't get the most privileged treatment. But that can get forgotten if you're treating history like a Netflix series. And you just join in season 6. You'd be like, well, it's going great for the Irish, doesn't it? Look at them over there with their shamrock shakes and their parades. They used to be filth. Now they have their own spring soap. It's a real rags to riches story. It can get easily forgotten that when we first came here, there were signs that said no blacks, no dogs, no Irish. I don't know what you did if you were a black Irish dog walker. You were not coming in.
Number 9, this one is unbelievable. It's fantastic. This guy's something else. His name is Sam Talent. The Toad's Morale. This is an instant classic. It's on Shane Gillis and Matt McCusker's channel. He was supposed to be on my podcast, but he didn't show. He ghosted me at the last minute, which means he's got something going on up here, which his stand-up ratifies. You will like this special, I promise you. This is a little bit of Sam Kinison, a little bit of Shane Gillis, a little bit of, God, just Burr, a little bit of the best of everybody. This guy's a genius. And he also wrote a great novel. Check that out.
I am so fucking horny, guys. I am. I haven't seen my wife in 5 days. I cannot wait to see her on Monday, cut off her bra, say, release the pigs. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, boys. Uh-huh. It is a spectacle when I get a hold of those things. She's great. She's sweet and funny and generous and kind and nice, but God, also just huge. Absolutely crippling pear on her. She cannot sleep on her back. She will drown. It would look like she was choked to death by a man without fingers. The ringless rapist strikes again. It's tough. He leaves no fingerprints. You can't track him. God, I love her. We like to engage in the sacred act of intercourse. Our favorite place to do it? Bed and breakfast. You have not had sex until you fucked in a room where an old couple's son OD'd. Oh, I'm sorry, this side of the room. That's the business model, my bad. Dakota had a pill problem, they've still got a mortgage. Go fuck in the race car bed. Try not to cum on the corn poster. We haven't touched his room since we found his body, so get in there, don't worry, we won't be one floor below you just staring at the ceiling all night, don't worry. Oh, he's gonna need a coconut water, Gerald. Also, shout out to coconut water. I've always said water doesn't taste enough like cum. That's my big issue with water. I always say that. My wife says, quit saying that. Stop. Coconut water figured it out. They nailed the taste of load with the viscosity of jizz. They put it in one $8 can, and I'm grateful. I am. I need it. I need it. I'm huge. I'm fucking really big. You're petite, I'm massive. Same species. Doesn't make any sense, because you're so little. I'm so much of a man. Is anyone in here bigger than me? Brutal. Nobody. The fuck? I gotta get it together. No one in Cincinnati is bigger than me. Fuck, I don't know if you've ever been the largest mammal indigenous to a comedy club. But it is lonely. I'm a man. I know I'm up here in my ivory castle. You know, thank God I got fucking 5 inches of clearance on you guys. Or else how would you see me? I know, but look, I can come down there. I'll come down in the fucking pig hollow. Look. Look at that. I'm a man. I bleed blood. I come jizz. Once I came blood. But that's what I get for being hard in a revolving door. You don't like me this close. This sucks for you. I'm gonna go back up there so you feel safe again. All right?
And finally, number 10, the last one, Jim Brewer. Country Boy Will Survive. On Jim's channel. You can't beat this. Jim is amazing. He's a force of nature. A lot of people know him as Goat Boy from SNL, but he's so much more. He's become such an amazing performer. I think he's got 7 or something podcasts, but his channel, The Brewerverse, is on so big, and he's just great. He's really great. He's done some really brave, smart comedy. And hands off to Jim Brewer. Country Boy Will Survive. Number 10.
You're in for a treat for tonight. This guy has been touring everywhere, working on a ton of new material for you. It's the best. Make it loud, Long Island, for the one and the only Jim Brewer.
When I was young, I said I wanted to be a comedian. But the whole life's been whether you know it or not. I kept that dream. Was I going to be a rock and roll singer? And a comedian. I worked, got married, had kids. But that dream didn't go away.
These guys are all still in Jones Beach. The whole. We go to the Hamptons during the summertime, and we just buy tickets and we decide if we like to go. What ones do you have in the front? Are they worth more than the peasants behind us? This row still has flip-flops. Like Alec Baldwin lives there. Billy Joel is out there. Shall we get on our ship? They don't have boats, they got ships. What's going on? What is No, what I mean is, what is going on? Right? Like, it's past if you're divided politically. Even, you have to admit, even if you're like, I don't care, as long as it's not you know who. Like, that was like a demonic, like the devil came out and just whoever, like, we're gonna make people hate Donald Trump, hate! Get him! I hate Donald Trump! He's a racist, he's a dead, white supremacist, he's an insurrectionist, they lynch people! I'm not gonna blame you, because I saw the news channels. I saw them saying, he's racist, he's sexist. You would just wake up to pee in the middle of the night. He hates Mexicans, and he says they're rapists, and he hates black people, and What? They had, remember the Women's March? We're gonna march! Oh, they knew what a woman was then.
That's it. 10 amazing specials, all free on YouTube, all waiting for you to laugh and share it with others. And again, subscribe here to my channel for more great insights into stand-up and into shows I'm doing. And of course, as always, information on nuclear launch codes and hygiene tips, all of which I've obtained illegally. Thank you. I'm Mike Binder.